through the whole casting process, get voice actors for that, test out your editing skills, see how it turns out. If you had fun, you enjoyed doing it, once again it comes back to having fun. You know, continue to do that. Move on to bigger and better things. You can do bigger projects, just don't start with a huge project if you don't know if you're going to be able to finish it. Yes, sir?
A lot of the voice actors I see just making stuff on their own, they usually take little fan comics and they just do a little small dub of the fan comic. I know if you've heard Pro ZD do his stuff.
I know of him, yes.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah. Fan comics are fun. You can, redub scenes from anime. Again, watch for copyright on that, but redub scenes from anime. You can do game dubs like we do. Those take a lot of work, though. I know a lot of you, some of you in here might be interested in a bridge series. Those take a lot of work. So make sure you know what you're doing before you try in a bridge series.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, I can admit those actually take more work than the stuff that we do. And ours take a lot of work, so.
And the real reason why you want to start out small if you're directing something is because chances are, if you're the director, you're also the editor. That means that not only will you be responsible for doing all of the audio editing to make sure that everyone that you send in sounds good, is about the same level, you'll also be doing all of the video editing for whatever that would require. And obviously, like visual novels are easier than some faster-paced games.
Yeah.
That's easier than anime because then you would have to start thinking about lip flaps and synchronize and all of that. A bridge series is even more than that because of all the varied clips. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
So start small, and that's not to say that you shouldn't do it because there's a lot out there, and it's not as hard as you think it is. There's a lot of different skills that you can just pick up through these projects. I never thought that I would get into audio editing. I never thought that I would learn video editing. Though I've learned a lot from these guys, actually.
It's always daunting at first to look at it. Like as soon as you pull up that screen, first time you edit, never looking at it before, you're gonna think, I have no idea.
Yeah. First episode I ever did, I was exactly like that. And I don't do anything the same way anymore after doing so many. You learn so much just by doing. It's ridiculous.
There's going to be a dozen different options that you will probably never use, that will just be there. But chances are the people that you're working with will be able to explain things to you. Maybe they'll know just a little more about something, and they'll teach you what you want to know. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there's always a dozen skills that you can pick up that will make things so much easier for you later.
It's another networking thing. Like, just because you have a voice actor on your team does not mean they don't know anything about editing. I mean, just ask people. Likewise, voice actors ask the directors what they want, and the directors can go to the voice actors for advice if they need to. So that's a thing. And deadlines. Deadlines are the most important thing in any project, because if you don't set a deadline, nobody will do crap for you. People are inherently procrastinators. As far, from what I believe. People are inherently procrastinators. So if you set a deadline 3 weeks ahead of where you are, they will either turn in their lines in 3 weeks or longer. So if you're looking to get episodes out fast, set your deadlines closer. I know I set mine for 1 to 2 weeks, and that seems to work for us fairly well, especially when we're doing more than one project. But
yeah, communication's definitely the key, though.
Yeah.
If you're a director, make sure that your actors know what the deadlines are and keep in touch with them. Don't disappear for 3 months and then ask them why they haven't turned in lines.
Exactly.
And if you're an actor, make sure that you know when your deadlines are, and just in general, keep in contact with everything. Keep up to date.
For sure.
Yeah, nobody will turn in lines before the deadline unless they have some space right when they get the lines. You might get people like Pink will turn in lines an hour from now.
It's like if you get people that turn in lines before the deadlines, be very nice to those people because they are a rarity. Keep them along for the ride. This person we're talking about, because they've been so prompt, have literally been in every single dub that we've ever done because of their professionalism.
Yeah.
And LJ has as well, of course. So
even for amateur projects, professionalism is about standards for yourself. If you're going to do it, get it done. If you're the director, it's up to you to make sure that things do get done, and to make sure that everyone's on the same page.
I could also say from a director's standpoint, releasing content is a very big morale booster for voice actors, because a lot of directors out there, and this is something for you voice actors as well, a lot of directors out there are very flaky, especially in the amateur scene. maybe they take on more than they can, or they realize, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. I was in like a project once where the director released an episode and then came back to the group and said, oh, my program trial expired, so we're done.
What?
Yeah.
Another lesson, don't use trials.
Don't use trials, exactly.
Tribulations.
Versus tribulations. Yes. The Vienna.
As a voice actor, definitely don't wait until the deadline to be around, because then you're going to feel rushed to get them out, and then that's going to affect your performance.
Exactly.
And it's also going to mean that you're not going to really want to record those lines.
Yeah. I can't tell you if I had to turn lines. I had to send lines back to people to redo because they rushed them and didn't realize there was an issue. Like one person didn't realize that half of their lines had music in the background, and that's not something you can get rid of. I had to send it back. I was like, no, you need to fix this.
So what time is it right now? 2:05?
We have 3:05.
3:05. We still have an hour.
Well, a lot of
This
it
is
got
still
edited out
all
to turn all the quality down in general.
Yeah, exactly. So directors and voice actors, you have to work together to get the project out. If one side is not working, the project is at a brick wall standstill.
It's absolutely a team effort. And every person is very important for that, just for making sure that things get done at all. Because it really is the best feeling in the world when you actually do release the content and it gets out there.
Especially if it's good.
Yes.
Especially if it's good.
Especially if it's good.
Right. So, do we have anything left, or can we start
That's
the game?
pretty much everything.
That's pretty much anything. We have a little bit of time left before the Jeopardy, so we can take questions. Anybody has questions? Questions? Anybody? That person.
Do different types of like voice things require different types of equipment? Like, versus, like if you were recording music and singing versus just dialogue versus like I don't know louder audio things like that. Should you worry about the type of mic you get, or is it kind of universal?
Okay.
Typically, the type of mic is the same, but they might have different settings on the back. Like, I have a Blue Yeti myself, and it has a good 4 settings on the back of it. One is really good for podcasting. Another is good for if you're having a conversation with 2 different people, one on each side of the mic. It's all on the settings on the mic itself. Typically, though, if you have a studio condenser mic, it will be good for anything you're using it for. Though some obviously are intended for, say, music or voiceover work. But they should be good.
Yes.
What kind of program are you using for video?
Sony Vegas. Unless if you're on a Mac, Final Cut Pro. PC is Sony Vegas. As far as free programs go, that's difficult because the only free program you could really get that does anything is Windows Media Player, and that's pretty bad. Movie Maker, whatever. Yeah, that. So if you need video editing software, I would highly recommend investing.
Sony Vegas really is not that hard to pick up. I know it helped me out with a lot when I first started.
I taught myself.
I taught myself as well.
And it's
so.
pretty straightforward.
There's also, maybe I should bring this up, since it's a cheaper option, there's a program out there called Camtasia, which is a hybrid screen recorder and video editing program. It's a little bit, the editing side is a little bit better than Windows Movie Maker, but it's like Sony Vegas just blows it away, pretty much.
Your favorite role I have to say my favorite role would have to be Togami in the Danganronpa dub because I like playing snarky pricks, I will admit, and he is as snarky and as much of a prick as they come.
Mine actually is in the same dub. Mine would have to be Yamada from that dub. Because, I don't know, I just thought that character brought out the best acting moments that I've had in like anything, pretty much.
My favorite role is actually Lotus from 999, because that is one of my all-time favorite games, and I'm very glad that we're redubbing it personally.
Yeah, we did the whole game like last year, and we're doing it all over again starting next month.
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't learned a lot since we first dubbed it for editing, voice acting, all of that, so we're going to do it again.
Yes, for sure.
Mine would probably be Ishimaru.
It's funny how all of us have favorite roles from Danganronpa, but yet Danganronpa has been the dub that we've had the most trouble with, as far as deadlines and all of that.
If you ask me, her favorite role is Monokuma.
Yes. It's actually
one
funny.
of mine, but it's also one of my least favorite voices to do. Just because it's the most different voice that I've ever done. Started out doing that voice as a joke on a live stream, and Peter liked it, so we
that sounds good.
using that as the voice that we're using for the actual dub. Definitely not something that I expected I would be doing.
I didn't expect her to be doing that either because it's totally, it's a good example of being in a character that's totally not you.
No one's Monogula.
Yeah.
Except for everyone, apparently. Except for me. Oh. Dream roll.
Oh, dream roll. Well,
Everyone.
I'm a director, so that's hard for me.
Dream roll.
Our dream show.
I have to admit, since I grew up with it, and because people say I could actually play this role very well, my dream role personally is Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, so lovely, flamboyant, and evil that.
That's fabulous. I don't know. I want to voice in Dragon Ball Z. That'd be awesome.
Scream.
Yeah.
I love the voice in a Final Fantasy game. Just that would be absolutely the top that I could possibly go to.
Yes.
The one I'm actually getting to live in right now is Sebastian Michaela's Black Butler. I'm doing it for LJ is directing the Bridge series. So like, yes.
See, LJ is very busy.
I'm going to edit the episode after this is all over, I swear!
Yeah, any more questions, anybody?
Have we actually gone over every series that we're currently doing?
No, we haven't, actually.
Right.
I will go over that then. Alright, the first series we ever finished was Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. That was a while ago. We then finished 999 after that, which is another awesome game. Speaking of which, we have a very large fan base in Ace Attorney. That's like our main thing right now is Ace Attorney. If you couldn't tell the fact that I was freaking cosplaying the judge. But, yeah, the series we have going right now, we have Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, which should be actually ending within the next couple months. So we're almost done with that. We're doing Danganronpa, which will probably be ending toward the end of the year because that game is long. We got Danganronpa. Oh, we also did Luigi's Mansion. We mentioned that. That was a fun one.
50 boos.
You played all the boos in that one. Great job.
It was a nightmare. My voice still hurts from it. The scars are still there.
It's so fun though.
Yeah.
I know I
They were fun.
Yes. Sayano Uta, which I don't know if any of you are familiar with that game, but that man is familiar with
It is the darkest series we've ever done, certainly,
Oh, by
and
far.
not for everyone.
By far, but while it is the darkest series, I consider it the most well voice acted and edited out of all of those. Like, this series is coming out so well, despite all the stuff that we have to go through. If any of you aren't familiar with that series, the basic premise is that the main character has a disease where everybody he sees in the world is basically a big giant flesh monster.
Meat vision.
Meat vision. Yes, meat vision. And he goes pretty crazy throughout the series. I can't really say more than that because this isn't an 18+ panel, but, you know.
It's a very dark game.
It is a very dark game, yes indeed. And also, if you guys were here earlier, you can see we're also dubbing Ace Attorney Dual Destinies.
Yes.
That's an important one. We have Kira Buckland on the cast for that, so...
Oh, I know Kira.
Kira is awesome. I don't know, if any of you are familiar with Danganronpa, she played Hayako Sayanji in the second one. So, yeah, so that's good. And we have, of course, RC is directing My Magic Cosplay Cafe, Halloween Otome, which are also posted on the channel.
I get to play a crossdresser.
Yes. LJ is directing Katawa Shoujo, and we also have the Ace Attorney Investigations coming out after Trials and Tribulations. We have the 99 redub, which we just mentioned. We're just redoing that whole series.
And then we're going to have some dubs for Legend of the Dragoon and
And To the Moon, and also Radical Dreamers, if anybody's ever heard of that game. It's a Chrono Trigger game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually have a lot of different series going at once, so we have episodes posted every couple days.
We
Not
try.
every day.
Yes. Okay, so before we get to the script reading, is there anything else? Anything at all? Yes.
I noticed that you guys actually have a script for a G-Sensho. Is that something you guys are going to be working on soon? Or?
It's for our game.
We were, well, it was for our game, but we were live streaming. We were doing live dubbing of that not long ago. As far as actually let's dubbing the game, it's really long. So I would put that under probably not. But we did have fun live streaming it.
Oh, as a group, how often would you recommend live streaming?
A lot. It can help you, well, for me anyways, it helps me scout out series that work as Let's Subs. Like Danganronpa came from that, Sino Uta came from live streaming, all sorts of stuff.
I don't live stream, I just recommend crazy visual novels per him live stream.
I just joined his live stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, again.
Where would you recommend live streaming?
Well, depending on what kind of live streaming you're doing, if you do what we do and do like live voice acting, where people are on a Skype call and they're like basically reading lines on the screen, Twitch is not good for that because they have a mandatory delay for their servers. So basically you'll read one line and then wait 10 seconds for somebody else to get to the next line. That's not fun. Livestream.com is better because they haven't imparted that mandatory delay rule. And also Hitbox is good, Ustream is okay. But if you're doing stuff that doesn't rely on timing, Twitch is probably the best one, I would say.
Do you have any more questions?
Any more
Not
questions,
yet.
or should we get started?
Yes. I guess we should get started. All right. So bring up Late Jeopardy. This is